How do you replace the drummer that millions of fans believe can never be replaced? The answer is, you don't. And that's exactly why Anika Nilles won over even Rush's most skeptical fans. When Rush announced the 50-something tour, one question dominated every conversation. Who could possibly play Neil Peart's parts? Peart wasn't just a drummer. He was widely regarded as one of the greatest rock drummers of all time. His intricate time signatures, lightning-fast fills, and marathon-length performances made Rush's catalogue one of the most demanding in rock history. The answer surprised many fans. Anika Nilles, the acclaimed German drummer, known for her technical precision, creative groove, and years of educational work in the drumming community. But from the very beginning, Anika made it clear that she had no intention of becoming the next Neil Peart. Instead, her mission was something much harder. She would honor Neil's music without pretending to be Neil. That approach immediately earned the respect of Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson. They had already said Neil was irreplaceable, and Anika agreed completely. Rather than copying every movement behind the kit, she focused on preserving the spirit, dynamics, and emotion of the songs while remaining true to her own style. But as rehearsals began, she quickly discovered that playing Rush wasn't just technically difficult, it was one of the greatest challenges of her entire career. To understand what Anika Nilles was facing, you first have to understand Neil Peart. Peart wasn't the kind of drummer who simply kept time. He treated the drum kit like an orchestra. Songs such as YYZ, La Villa Strangiato, Tom Sawyer, and Subdivisions are filled with rapid fills, odd time signatures, intricate cymbal patterns, and dynamic changes that demand extraordinary precision. Even experienced professional drummers often describe Rush's music as some of the most challenging in rock. But technical skill was only part of the challenge. Neil's performances were incredibly consistent. Night after night, he played complex arrangements with remarkable accuracy while helping drive songs that often stretched well beyond 6 or 7 minutes. His discipline and endurance became legendary among musicians. Anika knew that simply learning the notes wouldn't be enough. She spent countless hours studying live performances, listening closely to the original recordings, and rehearsing transitions until they felt natural. Her goal wasn't to imitate Neil's every move, but to understand why he played each part the way he did. And then came the real test. Standing under the arena lights, with thousands of lifelong Rush fans watching every beat, Anika had to prove that respect, preparation, and musicianship could honor a legend, even if no one could ever replace him. The first concert was more than just another live show. It was an audition in front of thousands of Rush fans. Many arrived with mixed emotions. Some wondered if anyone should sit behind Neil Peart's drum kit at all. Others were curious to see how Anika Nilles would handle some of the most technically demanding songs in rock history. From the opening numbers, it became clear that Anika had made a deliberate choice. She didn't try to copy Neil's every gesture or facial expression. Instead, she concentrated on delivering the songs with precision, confidence, and respect for the original arrangements. That decision mattered. Rush had already made it clear that Neil was irreplaceable, and Anika's performance reinforced that message. Rather than presenting herself as a substitute for a legend, she became a musician, helping Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson celebrate the music they had created together over 5 decades. As the tour continued, many fans praised her for capturing the energy and complexity of Rush's catalogue while remaining authentic to her own playing style. Even longtime drummers noted the enormous concentration required to perform those songs night after night. But there was one section of the set list that everyone had been waiting for, the songs that even professional drummers often call Neil Peart's greatest technical challenge. As the tour progressed, certain songs became the ultimate measure of Anika Nilles' preparation. Tracks like YYZ and La Villa Strangiato have long been considered among the most demanding pieces in Rush's catalogue. They're packed with shifting time signatures, rapid-fire fills, intricate cymbal work, and sudden dynamic changes that leave almost no room for error. For drummers, they're less like ordinary rock songs and more like athletic endurance tests. Instead of simplifying those parts, Anika approached them with meticulous preparation. She preserved the structure and musical intent of Neil Peart's performances while allowing her own touch to come through naturally. That balance impressed many fans because it respected the original music without turning the performance into an imitation. Just as important was her chemistry with Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson. Rush's music has always depended on three musicians listening closely to one another, and Anika focused on locking in with the band rather than trying to steal the spotlight. Night after night, confidence grew, not only on stage, but also in the audience. The skepticism that had surrounded the tour slowly gave way to admiration. But the most meaningful tribute Anika paid to Neil Peart wasn't found in a difficult drum fill or a flawless solo. It was something much quieter and far more emotional. By the middle of the tour, it had become clear why Anika Nilles had earned the trust of Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and so many fans. She never claimed she could replace Neil Peart, because she knew no one could. Instead, every performance reflected humility and respect. In interviews surrounding the tour, both Geddy and Alex continued to describe Neil as irreplaceable, and Anika embraced that philosophy. Her role wasn't to erase the absence everyone felt. It was to help keep Rush's music alive while honoring the man who helped create it. That attitude resonated with audiences. Fans weren't watching someone compete with a legend. They were watching a gifted musician carry forward a legacy with care and sincerity. As the final shows approached, the applause for Anika grew louder each night. What had begun with uncertainty ended with appreciation. She had proven that technical ability alone wasn't enough to perform Rush's music. It also required courage, humility, and a deep respect for the history behind every song. And in the closing moments of the tour, one final realization brought everything full circle. By the end of the 50-something tour, the conversation had changed completely. People were no longer asking, "Can anyone replace Neil Peart?" They already knew the answer: no. And that was never the goal. Anika Nilles succeeded because she understood something fundamental about Rush. The band was built on the unique chemistry between Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and Neil Peart. That chemistry could never be recreated. What could be done, however, was to celebrate the music they left behind with honesty, skill, and respect. Night after night, Anika met one of the greatest technical challenges in rock music with remarkable preparation and professionalism. More importantly, she approached every performance with humility, allowing Neil's legacy to remain at the center rather than trying to step out of his shadow. For fans, that became the most powerful part of the tour. They weren't witnessing the return of the Rush they had known for decades. They were witnessing two lifelong friends honoring their brother, and a world-class drummer helping make that tribute possible. In the end, Anika Nilles didn't conquer Neil Peart's most difficult drum parts by pretending to be him. She conquered them by respecting the music, earning the audience's trust one song at a time, and reminding everyone that some legends can never be replaced, but their music can continue to inspire generations.